The Black Rep is opening its season with Coleman Domingo's play Dot. Dot, a 65-year-old Philadelphia matriarch, has progressed fairly far into Alzheimer's, creating stress and family wrangling for her 3 adult children. At the Black Rep, Dot is played by one of the funniest comedians in St. Louis, Thomasina Clark. Playwright Domingo has found the humor in this fraught situation. Clark finds it too. She also finds the pain and the pathos. She makes clear those moments when Dot is still her old self, commanding, complaining, loving, and those moments when her eyes glaze and she struggles to remember something, to recognize someone, and those moments when she does recognize someone as someone else. Bearing the burden of her mother now is daughter Shelley. Jacqueline Thompson again has come up with a character portrait unlike anything I have seen from her before. Her range is amazing. Shelley has moved out of her house into her mother's to care for her. She's almost always near the end of her patience and sometimes past it. Her frustration and toil have worn her down. She's neglecting her law practice. She's hired a sweet young emigre from Kazakhstan to help, a winning performance by Ryan Lawson-Mesky, who seems to pop up lately every time a theater opens its doors, which is a good thing. But with the Christmas holidays approaching, Shelley has determined to corral her brother and sister to contribute their share of the help. Expecting help from younger sister Avery is probably hopeless. She's currently living in Shelley's basement. She claims to be pursuing an acting career, but at the present it's more pursuit than career. Heather Beale has a very good time playing Avery, and we have a good time watching her. She's a bundle of energy with a smart mouth, obviously on the lookout for a good time, as her attire makes clear. Brother Donnie presents a different problem. He lives in New York with his husband Adam, where he's pursuing a career as a music journalist. He freelances, which means that his is only slightly more career than pursuit. But he can't cover the New York music scene and live in Philadelphia to help Shelley with Dot. Donnie and Adam show some strain between them when they arrive for the holiday, abetted by the juice cleanse they are on. When Adam isn't looking, Donnie heads for the refrigerator and his mother's fried chicken, a slip that increases the strain when Adam discovers him. Donnie is convinced that Shelley is exaggerating the extent of their mother's condition, and Chauncey Thomas's playing of the moment when Donnie sees for himself how bad she is could break your heart for him. Thomas is in command of all the extremes Donnie goes through. Paul Edwards matches him as Adam. He's especially fine with the long speech he has in the second act when he and Donnie are getting their marriage back on track. He also has some amusing moments of jealousy when Donnie encounters his high school girlfriend. Jackie grew up in the neighborhood and the last Jewish family to stay when the area turned. She and Donnie dated, more on his part as what you did in high school when you hadn't come out. Jackie says she's never found another man his equal. But she has gotten herself pregnant by a married man in New York, where she now lives, and she's come home for the holidays to try to sort things out. Courtney Brown handles all that sorting out well as she makes Jackie an attractive and sympathetic character. The play can get a little sitcomish sometimes and verge on the sentimental and be a little overwritten. But to some extent, those are how it should be. And director Ron Himes and his cast keep us amused and moved with what playwright Domingo has given them. Duncy Dye provides a carefully detailed, realistic set, lighted by Joseph W. Clapper, with costumes by Gregory J. Horton that add something to each character. Kareem Dean's sound design contributes at a very low volume, and Kate Slavinsky designed the props. Dot the play is not a deep study of Alzheimer's, but it is an absorbing picture of a family's struggle with it.
I agree with your comments on both the play and this excellent production.
Good, yes, definitely worth seeing, I think.